Yes, can you hear me? First things first, I think my volume is up. Um, guys, Man United won. Wolverhampton bottom of the league with now 3 points. One. Um, it wasn't what I was expecting. I've been fooled again. I'm sure it's been about 4 times this season. But look, we're trying to get into this the debacle that was the performance today. Obviously we've got the crown prince of happiness beside me up there, and we've got Colm. So yeah, let's try and get into this and see if we can try and work out what went wrong. Yaba.
All right, yeah,
just an overall.
Yeah,
big overall.
Big up to everyone in the chat as well. We watched the game live on Sky Sports. Meanwhile, Arsenal are whooping Aston Villa at home. We're really struggling to overturn and get 3 points against a Wolves side that weren't really that good today. I didn't see enough about them to say they were anything special. And the league don't lie, but we were terrible as well. I started to see it against Newcastle, really struggling to perform, struggling to play the ball out, struggling to keep the ball. We ended up getting pressed back against Newcastle. I thought, right, that's Newcastle. But to see it happen again today against Wolves shows there's a bit of an issue right now. Lack of characters, lack of good players. And it just shows it's highlighted today. Really disappointed with the result.
Colm, you had the you have the pain of having to sit through that and not being able to get up and have a drink or have a vape until half time. Overall thoughts before we try and deep dive into it.
Just as the title suggests, pathetic. Just as the thumbnail suggests, embarrassing. And it will continue to be this way until the players change and the clown of a manager that we currently have in position changes.
All right, let's get to a couple of the comments before we because I know once we start we're probably not going to stop for a little while. Rebel Irish, Rebel, no way you can put a positive spin on this one, Mr. Yabativity. I expect some truth bombshells dropped tonight because not beating the worst team in the Premier League history is farcical. I don't hear about any player absences either. That excuse won't wash. Mitesh, seems like a good time to get a better manager. Squad is built of so many average players. Yo, Tony, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. I know you're doing a lot better than we are. Johnny Hill, Amrin's gone and handed Wolves their 3rd point of the season, and I just don't know what Amrin's going to say. It's all part of suffering. And like McQueen, I will sub to YouTube. Bless you, man. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, there's a few of you in the chat. Maybe this isn't the time to ask for a like or a subscribe, but look, give us one. Get your comments in, and we will dig them out, especially the newbies. Obviously, we fully respect the old guys, but the new ones are who we're going to try and search for and look for tonight. Okay, team that was put out.
Yeah, the only real difference was to what we started with the other day was Xerxes for Mount, but the positions were different. That was the major thing for me, and I was a bit surprised by that.
Back three. That's what was different. Back three. We've gone to a back three and we fucked it.
Back three.
Yes, we did. We started with back three.
Listen. Don't.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Even the commentators said we were a back three.
It was exactly the same as what we started the other day. And
it was exactly the same. So if it was exactly the same, why did he move? Why did he move Dorgu? Dorgu had the best game he's played for us, and he moved him. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Dorgu midfield this time.
When Dorgu started playing the game today, Yaba, where was he? What side was he on? When he started the game.
Started on the left.
Thank you. Okay. And he performed well for us. He performed well on the right-hand side the last game, right?
Yeah. That's got nothing to do. I agree with that. It's got nothing to do with the formation. Colin, you're saying we started with a back three.
Martinez, we did. It was Shaw at left centre back, Martinez centre back, Heaven, right centre back. That's exactly how it was.
And where was Dallo?
Dallo was on the right wing. And Dorgu was on the left.
Was on the left wing.
We played three at the back.
Is there anybody here disputing that we played three at the back? If you think that we didn't play three at the back, please.
Even Gary
let us
Neville, even Gary Neville, before we kicked off, said the training at three at the back, the warming up for a three at the back.
Yeah.
And we started with a three at the back.
But
after saying, we can't. I said this.
Don't get too fixated on formations and things like that. But
please, bro, please. Do you know what?
Hold on.
About this. Don't get fixated. Don't think.
Yeah, because you guys said, you said a big hissy fit. You guys.
Yeah, because he's lined it up wrong. Yeah, but if we've just performed the best we've played for the majority of the season in the last game, and he decides to change it, what I don't see you said we changed one player, so it wasn't even a defensive player. It was an offensive player that we changed. Mount for Xerxes. That was the only change that we made. But he decided to play players on the other side or switch. Casemiro and Ugarte cannot work in the two.
Can I tell you what I saw today? I saw a back four in certain times with Dallo playing right back, Luke Shaw playing left back, as we did the other day. And this is what they even said in the commentary. This is what I'm watching with my own eyes. I know what game you guys are watching. In midfield, you had Casemiro, Ugarte, and then you had Xerxes, not down the middle, playing off the right, and Dorgu playing off left, and the middleman, number 10, was Cunha, and ahead of him was the striker. That's how we were kind of set up in certain times. So to you to say that Dallo wasn't a right back today, or wasn't a back four, we can sit here and argue about it all day, but at certain times, you had Dallo back there as a four, and when we were playing down one side, he could shuffle over, like I explained to you guys the other day, once again, the other side. But Xerxes, which I thought was disappointing, was playing off the right, and Dorgu was playing off the left. And I thought Dorgu should have started on the right. We had a good game the other day, and Xerxes, a right inside forward, or Cunha should have played from the left, cutting inside. That should have been the balance, giving us more balance. That's the disappointment I had. So when you're saying about you start with a back three, I didn't see that. I just think what you guys saw is that when we're building up, we got a three.
No, we started as a back three, and if we're going with at certain times Dallo was at right back and whoever was at left back, at certain times Xerxes were a centre back. It doesn't mean that he's playing centre back because he ended up there defending. We started with a back three. We played the whole first 45 minutes with a back three, and then we came out in the second half. We are back. Yes, I will find all the stats. I will find all the stats.
Receipts. We just watched the game. I've just watched the game. Dallo,
I've just done a whole 2-hour watch along.
I don't know. It's like people don't listen to what I've been saying all week. It's the same thing to the players. Dallo is a right back, but he's allowed to go forward. So this is the thing. So whether you big up David, by the way, big up to you, David.
Rio,
whether he's going
even Rio.
Certain situations, he comes back into the right back position, but that's his job. And when we are playing a back three, that guy can push forward as well. So I just don't.
You're saying we're not playing a back three.
My whole point about this is don't get fixated with let's blame him because we're going to pick out about the back three when
he got it wrong.
Major issues going on, and you guys ignoring them. You want to focus on the formation.
Okay, so what major issues? What major issues do you have?
Lack of there's no characters out there.
Hold on. Regardless if it was a 3 or a 4, were we shit today?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Right.
So
you're saying this.
Let me just put a point. I'm just going to find out. Major issues for me are lack of leaders, okay? Lack of ability. Look at Dallo. I mean, Dallo could have scored if he would have followed up that goal that when the keeper made a fluff and then he went in. Dallo just stood there. It was going, is it in? Run, you can't, and get in and make sure it gets in, Cisco didn't do enough. You were cussing. You had the cheek to go the other day and cuss out, what's his name? Xerxes. Oh, he was terrible. He was terrible poor. What about Cisco? Giving nothing. Weak as hell in the mind. A big physical guy, weak in the mind. Ugarte, terrible. Terrible. Cunha, absolutely whack. So let's not talk about the formation, all these kind of things, when players like that are not standing up. Cunha was
Okay.
terrible today.
Okay, so players aren't, aren't standing up. I get that. No, I 100% agree. Šeško was terrible. He was. Agate was terrible. Cunha was terrible. I completely agree with that. But were they terrible when we played a back four? No, they were better. Against Newcastle, they were better. They didn't turn up against bottom of the table. What?
We couldn't play out against Newcastle. In the second half, we had backs against the wall. We couldn't play out.
Champions League side Newcastle, we beat. We can't even beat a team that haven't won a game all season and are shipping goals for the fun of it. Minus 29 goal difference or whatever it is they're on. And we can't go, I know, let's figure it out here.
We're here to discuss the reasons why we can beat.
Amrin is the reason why.
Why? Explain. Why is Amrin the reason?
He does not have the tools to do what he wants to do. And he's sticking with his system, his formation, even though he has publicly come out and said, I've had to change this formation and this system because the players that thrive in this system are not here. But he's gone from doing that to you know what, stuff it. Let's actually go back to the system, even though I've publicly said the players aren't here because they're all at AFCON or they're out injured. It makes no sense. So Amrin is to take blame.
Today? If he's gone back to his system today, who are the two number 10s that he usually plays?
My God. Cunha played number 10.
And Xerxes.
Today. And Xerxes played number 10.
So what was Dorgu doing?
Dorgu was on the wing.
Fuck off. He was on the wing in his normal Amarin wide wing back position, bro. That's where he was playing.
Okay.
That's where he was playing.
Okay.
In the wide left wing back position.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm get out my phone, all right? Because this is now it's gone a bit far. I'm gonna get out my phone, I'm gonna rewatch the game, and I'm gonna take pictures, screenshots to show you
of various eras. Don't forget to take the picture of Xerxes when he's playing that right back, trying to track his man. Yeah, make sure you freeze those pictures. I've got a question to ask you.
Xerxes was playing.
I've got a question to ask you.
All right, go on.
You say houses are built on foundation, yeah? Are 4 legs better than 3 when building a house? To get it stable, to get it set up, to get it organized. Okay. You would say it was 4, yeah?
4 legs on the table is more sturdy than 3, maybe. Is that what you're saying?
Then. Yeah, and this is how I'm going it with the football team as well.
All right.
To build the foundation that you talk about and the bricks and everything else, you need the set foundation. People don't make tables with 3 legs.
Yes,
they make them with 4.
Yes, you do.
How much do they do? How much of them? They're all Portuguese, aren't they? All those table makers are Portuguese, bruv. Yeah?
So what? Are you saying now reset and go back to start with a back 4?
No, I'm not saying reset. What Amarin said was he's playing the 4 at the back because of the lack of players. He actually had less players to choose from this time and reverted back to the formation that was barely working when he had the players who could play it. This is what I didn't understand today. I understand that he wants to go back to his formation. But the fact that he said, quote unquote, I can't play these players without, obviously, I can't play the formation without Ahmad and Mbeumo, who are still away. He's then lost Mason Mount, who we know is vital to what he wants to do. But he still went back to play the formation that hadn't been working. If you had gone back to the next game when you've got Mainu back and you've got somebody else, that's fine. But to have done that, to go back, what has he done? You know, and then the sub, I mean, look, we'll talk about no point in talking about the subs until we get further down the line. But I feel
you can't move on, Mr. B, while you're still saying about he's gone back to a back 3 and that's the main reason, whatever. I still don't agree with that, but I have to. Okay. For me, I can explain it as much as I want. It's not getting through. I'd have to come back. Give me a few days. I'll get the receipts and come and show you.
Okay.
It means nothing.
I'm waiting.
There's more hot talking points than just saying he didn't line up this, because it changes. The formation changes. There's many times Luke Shaw was overlapping today because he was playing at fullback. Anyway. I mean, I was watching the watch along with you, Colin, man, and I see the frustration was building. Like, it's the performance. Some of these players aren't performing, and you expect them to be doing a lot better. I mean, Xerxes, you were trashing him the other day. He played pretty well in patches, and he gets dropped, and he scores the goal. And apart from that, we had other chances as well to score. It's not like we didn't have chances, but other guys aren't stepping up and scoring. How many headers did Cisco have? Even that one where he's onside, he just headed straight at the goalkeeper. Dalot annoying me because you push him forward. He ain't got no talent. He ain't got no burst. He ain't got anything. Just defend, bruv. Just be a defender. Stop trying to be the step over king in the final third because it gives you nothing. You don't assist. You don't bring nothing to the table. And that Fletcher kid, I don't know what influence Darren Fletcher's got right now with his two twins. I think he's a little boy, literally a little boy.
Yeah, but then what would you? Who else,
and he doesn't do
who else?
2 games. I watched him 2 games now, and he's done absolutely nothing. And this is supposed to be academy. It's supposed to be fair. Where there's big 6'5", big proper players out there. Kone,
Yeah,
why can't Kone come in? He'll do a better job.
But
There's some
maybe
bias
he's ahead
going on
of
there,
Kone.
man.
Maybe he's ahead of Kone in the pecking order. You're talking about
Clearly not.
Darren Fletcher's son playing. Who else could you have brought on? Are you more upset that Xerxes came off? Xerxes didn't do much, bro.
So you're not gonna
He
wait.
scored the goal. No, he scored the goal. I understand.
Or
I understand
that
he
little
scored the
youth man.
goal.
How do you think Xerxes feels right now? For that little youth man to come on and do absolutely nothing. And Xerxes scored and held up the ball, linked up the play, giving us something. I would be pissed.
Maybe that's why he needs to go. But what it does prove is that what Amrin was saying about the academy is right. Some of these academy players aren't ready. Some of these academy players just aren't ready. The gap is too big. I mean, he had Cheeto sitting on the bench. Cheeto didn't get on. I didn't think he was going to get on.
To do something. Why didn't he come on?
Say again? Who?
At least Cheeto's big enough and physically enough where he's not going to be completely outclassed and punched like Fletcher and O'Shea or whatever them youths are. Shea Lacey.
Yeah, but you think it's all about you everything you're talking about is size. Look, all right. The players that were on, look, rightly or wrongly, right or wrong, or we're going to disagree on a lot. Do you agree that Amrin got what do you feel that Amrin got right? Today.
Amrin was all right with the lineup because it was the same as the other day with what we've got. Where he went wrong is that when he was playing, he wasn't playing wing backs. When he was playing Dorgu, he played a free behind the striker. Man in the middle was Cunha. Man on the right was Xerxes, and the man on the left was Dorgu. That's a fact, okay? And what he should have done is put Dorgu on the right and Cunha on the left and put Xerxes down the middle. Because you expected Xerxes to do donkey work and come back and help out the fullbacks. That's what I said the other day about doubling up. That's what he expected to do in that sort of play. And that's what I was a bit surprised. I thought the manager was a bit naive to start with that today. If he would have started properly, put Cunha from the left, Dorgu from the right, and down the middle as a false line or dropping deeper would be Xerxes. That, to me, would have been ideal and given us more balance and more play to going forward. So that's where I think he went wrong.
Cole, where do you think he went wrong? Guys in the chat, where did he go wrong?
I just think there's so many things that went wrong. Look, we're gonna get it's gonna get heated because obviously we're all frustrated. I've just sat through the watch along and it was absolutely. I felt like smacking my head against the wall that's next to me. It was that dull. So we are gonna get heated. I get that. I don't think we set up right at all for this, and why he's throwing. I will agree with Yaba here. Why he's throwing the Fletcher kid on? I don't know. He got bodied within his first couple of minutes.
Who would you have brought on?
I wouldn't have brought anybody on. I would have left it.
You would have left Xerxes on?
Yes, I would have left Xerxes on. Because I don't think he's injured, because he didn't look injured. I would have left Xerxes on.
That was a weird one. Is the manager trying to flex his muscles Is it? Look, we'll find out whether or not he was injured or not.
He seemed
But,
perfectly
yeah,
fine.
I do
sat on the bench.
think it was a weird one. I do think it was as much as I'm not rating Xerxes' performances. Bringing him on for him, especially was it a halftime substitute?
Half time, yeah.
It was for it to have been a halftime substitution. Is weird, but who knows? You know, maybe he asked him to do something that he didn't want to do, and Xerxes, knowing he's leaving, told him about his arsehole. So we don't know. We'll find out. It will be leaked. It will be leaked, and we will find out. But the frustration grows, guys. At one stage, I actually put in the chat, we're fourth, and within a few minutes, we went fourth again. It's now beginning to be. It's now turning into a what do you call it? What's that thing around your neck? Millstone? Is that right? Is that the right? Yeah. I'm not sure that the team feels that they can get top 4 or top 5. We've had chances. We've had chances for the whole season. The whole season. Chelsea keep blowing it. Liverpool lost 7 in a row. Liverpool are going to be above us now. You know what I mean? Once they win their game tomorrow. So the struggle at the moment is real. You know, we're not going to suddenly be able to wave a magic wand. The January window's coming. And I think they probably do need to get a couple of players in. It's probably not going to be the players that you want, Yaba, Colm, people in the chat. But I think we can all agree that we probably do need players coming in. I mean, maybe it's not the day is to talk about that side of it, to be fair. But
we're not
you're looking at Sesko. I don't think we're going to get anybody. I don't think we're going to get.
We're not. I listened to a podcast this morning on my way to work, and Ruben Amorim yesterday, I believe it said, we're not sure what we're going to do. We're not going to rush into anything because we don't want to make errors like we've made in the past. We would rather patient and wait and get our main targets in the summer if we need to. We're saying that as Manchester United. Man United are saying that. Arsenal, who have just won 4-1 today against Aston Villa, Arteta's come out and gone, yes, we're definitely in the market. We're going to improve. We're going to build more of a squad. We're active in the January market. It's like, what more obvious thing do we need to happen here? We've just drew to the worst team in the Premier League. We've looked piss poor for the last couple of games. What more do we need? Do we need to go and wait until we play Burnley or Leeds next week on Sunday and get hammered 6-7-8-0 because the Leeds are going to turn up and they're going to want it and they're going to run us ragged?
Yeah, good question. I mean, look, because the window's going to open, that there's an option there, but I don't think you should just be dependent on that. You need to look at what's like today's example was the game. The players weren't at it. I didn't watch it, but I saw the result of Arsenal. You got the guy Timber. He's a flipping warrior monster, and he ain't having it. He got an assist today. You got their players coming back like Havertz and Jesus coming on and scoring a winner the other day, and he scored again today. And they got hungry, mature players who want to play. This real characters. Who's their captain? You know, we've struggled. Oh God, Martinez might be have to be captain because beyond that, we don't have leaders. You know, through the Arsenal side, you can have Timber as a captain, the way he plays. Rice, Odegaard's a captain. You can have so many players out there that give it, 110%, and then proper warriors. We lack that mentality at the moment. Players are hiding out there, especially Fletcher, and Cunha was absolutely piss poor today because with his distribution, you get the ball, 1-2 touch. He gets the ball. It's like, I know how to mark him. Just run with him because he's just going to go on a run and try to outstrength everybody and go on this run. And by the time he finishes his run, he's so gassed, he can't even get a good shot off. Pop it off and play football, bruv. If he did that, he would be world class with the ability he's got. But no, his mind's not right. He thinks he can get the ball, turn and go. He thinks he's playing five-a-side down at the Greenford Sports Hall or something. He can't run like that, man. It's absolutely that's to me where you're looking to him to say, bruv, come on, man, you're the guy. Let's do something today. He done jack shit. And that, to me, when you look at it, you need to start looking at these sort of guys and saying, that ain't good enough, man. I don't know what your attitude's right. Your attitude's all wrong, you know. So we're lacking characters, we're lacking leaders. And if I was, you know, I would get someone in mature who, like, with the effect that Jordan Henderson's having on Brentford, with the effect that the Sunderland guys, Xhaka, is having on Sunderland. You need someone out there, more players like that, who can come in and set an example off the pitch, on the pitch, in the change room, and to get games like today, which were a struggle, turn them into wins. Because that's the only difference for me today. We had little youth man out there, can't do jack shit, and then you have players who think they're the beast, the bollocks, but they're absolutely terrible with their mindset, and they got no one to turn around to you know, think, because they are the bar, you know, and that's disgraceful. And by the way, Rebel, hush up your mouth, man. You know, just go and get some Wi-Fi if you can, you country boy.
You muted, Mr. B.
Sorry about that, yeah, but I just had to take that. I just had to take that phone call. Look, it was a game that nobody thought we were going to lose. You know, we're gonna have loads of issues the next couple of days. I think we'll chat. People in the chat will chat. Guys, if you are new to the channel, I've seen a lot of newbies coming in and coming out. Talk. That's what you're here for. We're not going to be on for much longer.
Especially from Rebel, he's got a lot to say for himself. I've just explained something to him and given him an example, you know, of where we're going wrong. I used Arsenal as an example because that's the bar that we need to reach. And he's still saying here some this results on the manager. Yeah, we were crap, but the players don't even understand what they're doing. He's thing. That's from Kieran. And then we got Rebel saying, still waiting for Yava to explain why he feels we can slap about. Why he feels he can slap about Xisco,
but didn't have the same energy for
Maguire when he was taking his licks. Instead, he's talking about Arsenal. Listen, man, take the corn out your mouth, you know, and get to the fields tomorrow morning, farmer boy. Just hush up your mouth. Just come on the show and talk to me. Don't be chatting rubbish from there, man. You probably sent it about 10 minutes ago with your slow Wi-Fi, farmer boy. Just relax in.
We are missing.
We look forward to seeing you back on the 5th, Rebel.
I do as well. Me and Rebel are going to go into it. He's coming for me. You see this guy? He's coming for me. He can't explain anything. He's asked me to explain. I explained everything to him that he wants. I shouldn't even bother. I should just get my mouth zipped. But he keeps bringing it up, and he keeps trying to take little dicks and put the boots in. You know, just tell him to hush up his mouth.
Look, one thing I'll say.
5 a.m. He should be going to bed by now.
One thing I'll say is we are missing these experienced players. We are missing De Ligt. We are missing Maguire. But that's not an excuse for today. It's not an excuse for today.
Do you think we're missing De Ligt and Maguire?
Of course.
Yeah.
See, in every game, in certain parts of games, because you look at who they would be replacing, and it would be Heaven. And Heaven, for whatever reason, was taken off again today to bring on Euro. I think Heaven's done really, really well. I mean, he pinched the ball today for the.
Mr. B, talk about the goal. We conceded from corner. Xerxes flicked it over to the back post. There's no one there and no one closing them down. When you're organised, when you've got leads out there, Maguire and De Ligt, that would not happen. First header.
So we don't concede those goals when they're on the pitch, no? We don't concede those types of goals when they're on the pitch, no?
Not like that, okay. Man. Come on. Not like that.
We concede goals like that all the time because for some reason, and I said it in the watch along, for some reason, we forget that a back post exists. When we're defending corners, we're all like, let's focus on the front post. And we completely leave men unmarked all the time on the back post. How many goals have we conceded because there's been a free man at the back post? And
it was a centre-back, a big 6'2" centre-back who had the time to get the header. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. How are you allowing that? And if you're organised, you've got leaders out there talking it through, not looking to the bench. Oh, what do we do in training again? How are we supposed to set up? Like, bruv, get there. You got to turn it around. Take ownership for what's going on. Look, we can't all go to one post. The header from Xerxes has to be away. Don't flick it back into the danger area. You know what I'm saying? And even when it gets there, we should be able to deal with it. But we're all ball watching and not picking up men. That to me, even if you're playing zone, you can play man to man, you can play zonal. Both systems there, you know, whatever we're playing, we still let people expose. If you're playing zonal, you don't just ball watch and drift out position. If you play man to man, people should be challenging him and stopping him from getting a clear header on that ball. So both ways it's failing, and that's why if you asked about Maguire and De Ligt, do we miss them? We do, because they are leaders and they would not allow that in their house. It's our house. We run things here. You guys position yourself correctly and let's get this dealt with. Simple.
I heard you, but I didn't hear you. I have no idea where this stream's going. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm going to be honest. I have nothing else to talk about. Dave, I think it was been a hopeless performance by everybody, management, for whether rightly or wrongly, whatever he chose as a formation, the players on the pitch, the execution of the work, the missed chances by Sesko, who we spent £60 million on. I understand there's pressure, but there's also these players are the top 1% or whatever they are in the world, and he's been touted for ages. He needs to step up his game. Cunha, I like Cunha, but again, you said he runs down blind alleys and you know how to defend him. That's how he played for Wolves, and that's why we bought him. So he's not going to change. The players on African nations duty, we do miss, but we knew they were going, and at no stage had Amorim maybe tried to slot a player in looking forward, because he knew they were definitely going. They're not surprises, you know, maybe trying to get Xerxes a little bit more playing time on the right, or getting somebody else to play wing back, you know, the last 25 minutes of the game. You know, certain games just trying so that they understand. So when they come in, it's not raw. You know, it's not all new. As I said, we've got a big January coming up. I'm not sure how much more the players can take in regards to Amorim. I just think it spoke volumes today. That the performance was so far off the performance from the last game, when everything was confirmed that it was a 3 or a 4 regardless. The system that he had, or what they've trained for all week, was obviously wrong this week.
Mr. B,
I don't like. Yeah, go on.
You just said that Xerxes playing on the right, by the way, but you also said we played at 3 at the back. So I don't know how, you know, that can be 3 at the back.
I've got screenshots that I will show you that we've got 3 at the back.
Go on.
But are we gonna do? Are we really gonna do this?
I'll do it off screen. I'll do it off screen.
Let's do another show. Let's do another show. You can't just throw them at me. I'm going to get screenshots and I'm going to show you and explain.
I have 2 screenshots.
How we.
Don't show it now, Colm. Please.
I'm not showing it now. I just want to say, like, 2 things here. 2 things. One, we are 2 subscribers away from 4K. So if 2 people can please subscribe, that would be fantastic. Help us get to 4K.
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen now you said that, Colm.
We are 1 subscriber away from 4K.
Okay, I was going to say the bit, or somebody's going to pull themselves away.
We're 1 away from 4K, so please help us get to 4K. Start the new year with 4K. And the other thing I want to say is, only in my opinion, you can say this is union or whatever. In my opinion, only 1 player today for United can come off that pitch with a head held high. and that's Lemens.
Heaven.
No,
Oh,
Lemens.
what a save! Yeah,
I would have said Heavens and Lemens. Lemens made 2 fire
Lemens,
save.
Lemens kept us
He's
in that game.
clutch. Yeah, that's to 2 games or 3 games in a row that he's done that. He's now, when he came in, he was calm, but I think he's now going to start earning these flowers a little bit more. You know, because he's making those 2 that he made. The one he went down, dive, and then he did a kind of, yeah, like the half fumble, but it didn't look like it was. It looked like he knew what he was doing. Maybe that's just me being biased in it, but it looked like he knew what he was doing. So look, you know what? That's good. That's a positive, Cole. That's a positive. There at least is one. At least we've got one. Have we got any more?
Martinez done well. For Heaven was okay.
Yeah, Heaven was okay.
Yeah, it's just beyond that. I've called out the players: Dallo, Cunha, Xisco, and Agate and Casemiro. These are guys I expect more from, and they're not delivering. And I don't want to be putting boots in on the Fletcher kids and all that kind of thing, or the Matanga or whatever his name he came on. I can't put the boots in because they're young and they've got a lot to learn. But those others, I expect a lot more from. We should be going in on them right now because that was really disappointing, and they should be shamed. They should be walking the hall of shame right now, you know, and be shamed. Just don't go shopping. You know, they don't go shopping. Tenji misses shopping for the next few days. Because if I lived in Manchester, I'll see him on the street. I'd say to him, I wouldn't even look at me. I'd just walk past him, kiss my teeth.
How good at that?
Yeah, I know, Mr. T. It's really bad.
Look, we've been on for 37 minutes. I know I'm still hot. Yaba's still hot. I know, Cobb. I can see the steam coming out. He said, guys, I hope you are still mad tomorrow because we probably will have a stream or 2 going tomorrow at some stage where, you know, we'll get Rio on, another one of the Winios bunch, to see how positive he was, and you lot can dig him out as well. Do we need to speak any longer, guys? Really, really, really?
I think the only thing we need to really say now is where we are. Where are we? Are we still backing this Amrim, whatever's going off? Should we give him time? Is it time we need to swap things up again? Where are we?
We got to stick with it. I really do think we need to stick with it. You can't just be rash and say, right, we didn't beat Wolves, we need to sack him. I just think you need to at least give him the end of the season. It's like otherwise it's just doing like a Moyes, just giving him a summer and and 9 months or whatever it is. It's not right. We let the man continue and see what we can get out of this season, and then assess it at the end of the season. That's the best way to do it. Then we can decide whether we want to invest, and we can see more clearly where we need to invest to make ourselves a better side. Because Casemiro's come to the end of his contract, Maguire might be leaving. You know, there's a transition going on here. It's not a short-term fix. It's a long-term goal for us to be champions again. We know what the yardstick is to get to that. We're not far off it. We just need better characters in the team, better players, and then I think the system and everything will come together.
I'll say that first things first. I don't think the system's going to come together. I will give him till the end of the season. I think it's what he deserves. I don't think we should be dropping anywhere lower than whatever position we're in now. From now till the end of the season, we've got 19 games left. We shouldn't be getting less points. So I expect them to push on. I don't expect them to drop lower than 6th. And anything lower than 8th, I think he should be gone. With no argument, no compensation, no nothing. Just pick up your bags and walk. We've had the opportunity to get 4th for 5th on more than multiple occasions. So now when the players are coming back, the players that he feels are coming back, you know, we may well get 2 games a week if they do the job in the FA Cup against Brighton, which means that these players will get that extra game to play. So we'll see. That's I'm trying to look positive. Okay. Cole?
I'm done. I'm done with it. Genuinely. The amount of times I've sat here and, You know, I've been led into a false sense of security that things are going to get better. It's going to click, that this is the right way forward. It's not. It's not working. We haven't got the players for him. We're not going to buy the players for him. He's been here over a year and we haven't really improved at all. We are where we are because everybody this year, bar probably a couple of clubs, are so hit and miss. That is why we are in the top 6. It's because so many clubs are hit and miss this year. I don't think Amorim's the right man, but I also think we need to get rid of Barada and Wilcox as well, because they haven't got a clue what it takes to sign a Man United player at all.
That's a story for another show. Guys, we haven't got the vibe that we wanted. I'll be honest, we all expected a win. We got a draw. There's a few positives. Maybe you lot can work them out. Or give Yaba a WhatsApp. He'll tell you what the positives were. Look, we'll be back tomorrow. Rio will be here. Cole, I hope will be here. Yaba, I know will be here. And guys, we hope you will be here. If there was any newbies, guys who just found us in the ether, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 5,000 now. Spread the word. We're here every day, every other day. We sit through the watch-alongs, through thick and thin, whether we like it or not, because that's what we do. We're not allowed to get up and leave like you lot can do. So the least you can do is give us a follow on all platforms. So from me, Mr. B, from Yaba, and from Cole.
We've hit 4K. Thank you, guys. We have hit 4K.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. This is the agenda. Depressed as ever. We'll be back tomorrow.